Chances are you use Facebook. More than 7 billion people here on Earth, and nearly 1.5 billion of them are on the social networking site. Now, that said, we're all familiar then with the company's technology that's able to recognize our faces and that of our friends, that of our family, and even random people in a crowd. So even if you yourself are not a Facebook user, you're likely friends with someone who is a Facebook user, and by way of association, Facebook likely has your face on file too. And that's exactly what the latest lawsuit against Facebook is all about. To learn more about this case, I was joined earlier by journalist Derek Broze of antimedia.org. I first asked him to tell us a little bit more about this latest case.
1.5 billion people around the world are using Facebook, and Facebook is developing new tools to make life easier for us, they say, to make it easier to tag your friends and find your friends in your photos. 4 times this year alone, Facebook has been sued over this technology because 2 states, Texas and Illinois, have laws passed that make it illegal to gather somebody's biometrics, whether that's thumbprint or what's known as a face print, without their written consent. And that's exactly what's happened, as I said, 4 times in Illinois. The latest lawsuit was filed by a man, Frederick Golan of Illinois, who doesn't even own Facebook, doesn't even use a Facebook account, never has had one, but he said one of his friends loaded a picture with him up on Facebook, and they tried to tag his face. They tried to tell them who it was, and so after that he realized, well, that means Facebook now has my face print on file. And since we have 1.5 billion people around the world using Facebook and, loading photos and having profile pictures, that means Facebook itself is the largest repository of face prints and biometrics in the world, essentially, which makes it very important to both government agencies and to advertising agencies.
Now, the software that Facebook has analyzes faces, like we were saying, to suggest your friends and tag people. And on the surface, like you said, it sounds harmless and it sounds essentially like a shortcut. But people don't realize that Facebook stores these photos, and now Facebook actually owns those photos that you post. What are some of the dangers of that?
So, as I said, when you use a Facebook account, you're basically consenting to them to have access to all your information. Of course, they only have what you put on there, but the majority of us have used Facebook for years, and there's all sorts of pictures of us, so that means Facebook has those face profiles on there. And as I mentioned, this is something that was very desired by advertising agencies and government agencies. Currently, it is illegal for your biometric information to be sold to those agencies, but as we've seen over the past few years with NSA spying and things like that, when companies are requested information by the government, there really is no resistance. They often hand that information over. So right now, Facebook is sitting atop all of our faces that could be plugged into government programs, or say if they were to be hacked by someone, they could have access to all that information. And biometrics can really be used in some very unique ways because it is unique to you as an individual, whether it's your thumbprint or your face print. Those are pieces of you that are really hard to replicate, but they also can be used to advertise to you. Some people see a future where we're going to have these face prints scanning us everywhere we go. But I think as far as privacy, that's where we really need to be concerned.
Now, we only have a little bit of time here, but can you briefly tell us more about the Biometric Information Privacy Act, or BIPA, and why the U.S. hasn't passed any kind of federal law on this subject?
So, yeah, the BIPA law is from Illinois, and it specifically says that you can't collect information, the biometrics, without written consent. But also, one reason that Facebook might be able to beat this lawsuit is that the law also says that photographs do not count. So loading a picture onto Facebook with just a picture of your face isn't the same as them, taking your face itself. So that's probably going to be the argument that Facebook makes. As far as why there's no federal law, what I've been seeing, what the ACLU is talking about, and the Center for Privacy and Technology, and the EFF, all these privacy information groups are saying that biometrics are just moving so quickly that states haven't been able to keep up. Just this week alone, the DHS and the TSA both announced new programs for biometrics. So we're going to see more of this.
Technology is moving a lot faster than they can keep up with. Thank you so much for weighing in on that. That's journalist with antimedia.org, Derek Broze. Thank you.